Right then, so we're going to drive on, and we'll just see how we get on with driving, see what crops up. I'll have a chat while we're driving. Get myself ready, check round, do the 5-point check, no one around, no signal, just no gas to pull off. Get that gear change done. So we're going to do a right turn, so remember, check your mirror and your right mirror, followed by a signal. Checking right, left, right, it's definitely clear, nice open junction. Just put the fan on. And then we're going to do a right turn again, coming up. So it's centre mirror, right mirror, signalling, checking, covering the brake, because it's a bit of a bend ahead of me, I can't see what's coming. Definitely clear. It's clear going into the junction, a nice big turn, bringing it in, keeping the speed under control. And back on the gas to go. So keeping a reasonable distance from anything in front of you. At the moment it's clear, but remember that if it gets busy, don't get too close to them, keep that gap. And we're just going to drive down here. We'll do a left at the junction, so it's centre mirror, left mirror, signalling, slowing down, changing down to lower gear, checking out, so open junction, clear, right, left, right, carry on going. So open junctions you can see on the approach. Closed junctions you can't see so much, so you're more likely to slow down and stop. That's it. So at the moment I'm just driving around Milton Keynes, taking it easy. I'll just pull over on the left, centre mirror, left mirror, no one around, braking gently, clutch down, come stopping. And then let the car slow down to stop. Shouldn't have to brake hard. Handbrake, neutral, no signal, done. So getting myself ready again, so I'm into gear, checking round in my 5-point check again. It's nice and clear. Oh, there's people there with the dogs and kids, so I'm going to let them know I'm pulling out with a signal. Check the right shoulder again, because I've already checked round, and I'm moving off. So if people are around and cars approaching you, you let them know you want to pull out when it's safe to do so. And if there's no one around, you don't need to signal. Same when you're pulling over, you're checking around. If no one's around, you don't need to signal. But if people are around, you're going to let them know you're pulling over. Otherwise they might try and cross road thinking that you're doing something else. Inform them. We're going to carry on out of it. Get out its estate. Now ahead of us we've got a speed limit change, so the sign on the right saying the white one with the black stripe, national speed limit. So it's either going to be 60 mile an hour for a single road or 70 mile an hour for a dual carriageway. Centre mirror, doing a left signal, going left, follow the bend, slowing down, checking, definitely clear, actually quite far up the road, single carriageway, so 60 miles an hour, building my speed up. Reasonable speed on here, about 55 on a 60 road, using my 5th gear at this point. There's a roundabout coming up. Now the sign's missing, see the cones, the orange and white cones. I think the wind might have blew it down, or someone's hit it, something. We're going to go ahead, so we're checking my mirrors, slowing down for the left lane, changing the 2nd gear, going straight into 1st at this point again. So I had two gear changes. Checking to the right, it's definitely clear. Changing the gear to 2nd, checking their mirrors, letting everyone know I'm coming off. There's a sign saying 2-way traffic. That's to let you know if you come off a dual carriageway. And we're in a 30 zone. So we're in Bletchley at the moment, which is in Milton Keynes. Ahead of us, we've got parked car, white one, and a parked car, a black one head out. So actually, that's how far I should be looking at the 2nd car. So I'm just a little bit of braking for the 1st car coming towards me, dropping down to low gear, off the brake before I go too slow, giving that doors width. Now remember the video I put out the other week about clearance, I'll put it at the top if you're not sure about giving adequate clearance. Give them a doors width or a metre if you've got that space. Every time I'm pulling out, I'm checking my right mirror. Every time I want to pull back in, I'm checking my left mirror, making sure things have not moved. So I've got a right turn coming up, centre mirror, right mirror, signalling, slowing down for second gear. Nice easy turn into it. Now when you're doing left and right turns, you shouldn't be accelerating hard on you shouldn't really letting it go around its own speed. Left turns, I've done my mirrored signals already. Bring it round, there's a park car on the right. So while I'm driving around here, I'm just talking about what I'm doing. So it gives you an idea as a learner driver what you should be doing. So we've got a junction coming up. Now we're going to go left at the junction. It's an unmarked one. Centre mirror, left. There's no paint on it, so it's unmarked. Signal left, down to second gear. Right check, left check, right check. It's a nice, clear, open junction. So as long as you get your speed down, you've got a good idea on the observation whether you're going to be slowing down or not, or whether you're stopping. Left again, centre mirror, left, signalling, back down to second gear, covering the brake, covering the clutch, turning the bend, right check, right check, definitely clear, and I'm off again. We've got two mini roundabouts come up. We're going to go ahead on both of them. See the mini roundabouts, blue signs on the left, white island in the middle. Check to the right, slowing down a bit. It's definitely clear. Second one's definitely clear. Go round it a bit, don't try and cut right across it. There's a white van where we're going to do a right turn straight after it. So I'm checking my mirror to come out, checking my mirror to come back in, and then mirror signal right. So lots of things to do there, so I have to go nice and slow. Bringing it round. If you're struggling with the steering, I'll put a video at the top how to turn the wheel correctly. Mirrors to the left, signal, I'm in second, looking at the road, following it round. I'm not going fast, I'm going about 10 mile an hour on that bend then. If you find yourself going up to 20 mile an hour, you're going to struggle to control the car, you're not going to see what's around the corner, and you're going to lose control. You're going to go wide or something, or overturn and hitting the curb. So I'm checking my mirrors come out. Remember the adequate clearance that video mentioned? Have a look at that, it's going to help you. So I'm going in between the gaps, looking right up the road, checking my mirror, what's behind me. It's definitely clear ahead of me. I'm out. Now if it changes, I've got a gap in the middle I can use. We're going to do a right turn at the end. That blue car ahead of us is making it difficult on the junction, so I'm definitely checking. Centre mirror, right mirror, signalling. I'm going to be a bit more cautious because it's making it hard for me. Also, any car coming down from my left is going to be on my side of the road. So I secured the car with the handbrake then for about a second, and I kept the speed down by holding the clutch steady. Let that person get out of the way. It's not all about shooting off when you're coming out of junctions, emerging. It's about controlling the car to make it easy. Pigeons can move out of the way. We're going to do a left turn after these caravans, so I'm checking my mirror to come out. Centre mirror, left mirror, signalling, slowing down, get down to second gear. That car's turning, you might even merge if it sees me signal. And I'm doing 10 mile an hour, come and brake, off my brake at this point. I've got a couple of tricky bits, a right emerge followed by first left straight away. So centre mirror, right mirror, signalling, slowing down, looks busy, dropping it to first, check, and I'm out at the same time as he comes out. Left, centre mirror left, signalling, keeping the speed under control. Got a lot of things to do then. As soon as I get straight, I'm in that gear. Now if there's a bit more space after the junction, I might have changed second, but it wasn't. So don't try and squeeze too much in, just let the speed down, you'll have more time. I'm looking right up the road, checking what's going on. So while you're driving along the road, you've got to say to yourself, you're looking ahead of you, you're checking what's behind you. If you're just staring ahead of you doing nothing, you haven't got a clue what's happening behind you. So if you end up stopping suddenly, you don't know what's behind you. So just do a reasonable speed. At the moment I'm doing about 23 mile an hour in a 30 road. I'm not going super fast because of all the parked cars and the bends. I've got a warning sign with a yellow background, a mini roundabout, and I'm going to do a right turn. Centre mirror, right mirror, signalling, dropping down to second gear, giving way to the right. I'm checking, it's clear, so I'm going round the roundabout. A nice big turn to avoid the curb. Back on the gas. Loads of parked cars on the left, looking right down the road. Not going particularly fast. Doing just over 10. If you start doing like 20 miles over speed bump, it can get dangerous. Now, there's not much of a big back gap to pull into. It'd be too tricky pulling into a small gap. We had like half a car which just passed a red car, then it wasn't big enough. Otherwise, I would have used it. Left at the junction, so left emerge, so it's centre mirror, left mirror, signalling, using my brakes, getting down to second gear, getting the position right, oops, checking, slowing down. See, even I make mistakes. I just caught the signal by accident then, so I just put it straight back on. But it didn't worry me, and that's what you've got to think like. Don't worry about your little mistakes, just try and sort them out. So it's left at the roundabout, centre mirror, signalling left. I'm going back down to second gear because I can see there's a red car coming up the hill, a little cherry red one. He's going to come round, so I'm slowing down for him. I can anticipate the fact that he's going to come round. There's a silver car behind him. And then a nice bit of a gap. Now I'm going to wait because the van's blocking my view. I'm definitely going now. I just delayed pulling out for a second because that white van on my right blocked my view completely. And I couldn't see if it changed on my immediate right. So I delayed the emerge for a couple of seconds. So I hope you enjoy this quick video of me driving around and just talking about what I'm doing. Just talking about why we pull up behind parked cars. Reasonable distance. If you stop this far away, it's a bit too far away. Even though you might think you're doing a good thing, the examiner's going to look down at it and say, well, if everyone had done that, then 4 cars would be twice as long, and all of a sudden you get a massive tailback. So you want to be getting closer, not up his backside, but to the point where his back tyres just about disappear, or they're about to disappear under your windscreen. At that point you're stopping. That's giving you about 2 to 2.5 foot of space between you and the car in front of you. Any closer, you're going to suck up all the fumes from the exhaust of the car in front, and that's going to give you no good for the fumes in the car. And also, there's a risk that if he rolls back, he's going to roll back into you. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my videos, just click on the subscribe button at the end or halfway through, you'll find it on the bottom corner. And click the like. You take care and safe driving.